guys, welcome back. So I'm tying a few mayfly patterns for a friend. I'll show you them at the end of the video. This wee one here is one of them. This is called the pink and olive mayfly. Now the thread we're going to use is uni thread 801 black. Use whatever thread you like. The hook and the vise is a Kamasan B175 in size 10. Now you gotta leave yourself plenty of room up at the top here when you're tying this wee pattern. We're just going to work our thread down past the point of the hook, remove the waist tag, tail. This is just some cock pheasant that I've dyed a golden olive. So 3 or 4 fibres. Probably better going with 4 just to compensate, because this is the weakest part. One of the weakest part of the flies, so just catch that in. Roughly a length and a half, the 2 lengths, the shank of the hook. Just have a wee check. Come in and trim that the length of the body, the rib, and a couple of strands of glow bright floss, number 3, red. So square those off. Them together. Offer these up to the hook, roughly to the same length as the cut ends of the pheasant. Then the body, you're looking some natural raffia. Just offer this up to the hook, roughly the same length, and then just work your thread forward. Raffia wants to sit forward, just gently flick it back. You're just going to try and keep the body as smooth as you can here. Just forget everything else. Now raffia has been used on Irish mayfly patterns for donkey's years. It's a great material. So we'll just get it started at the back. It's always worthwhile just having a wee check. Make sure you're on the money. And then just overlapping turns to create your body. You don't get too hung up if it's not sitting, just wrap it up the body. Just always remember to leave yourself plenty of room at the front. Then come in and trim away the waist. The body hackle, you're looking at an olive cock. Just offer that up to the hook. Come in with a couple of turns, fold the stem back, just tie up over the top of the stem, break it away. Now, I usually like to take 2 turns of the hackle, the shoulder of the fly, and then on this pattern, because you want to see the red rib. 3 turns for me is enough to that point there. Keep a hold of the tip of your hackle, don't let it go. Then come round with your red floss. Same again, just forget everything else, just let everything sit the way it is. Just wrap your floss up, come in front on these tight turns. Now, same again with this. Just going to fold this back, tie up over the top of that. That'll just strengthen the rib. Trim that away. Trim away your tip of the hackle. And then just come in and see what way you're sitting. Right, just come in and just like to give this a wee brush. Just have a wee check. That's 100%. Next hackle, same cock hackle again. You can see where this has been dyed. So we drop a picric acid in this, in the olive. Dye. Offer this up to the hook. A couple of turns. Flip the tip back. Nice and tight. Come in, break away the tip. I'm only looking a turn, 2 turns maximum on this. Just going to put plenty there. Apply this around with your thread. Nice and tight, work on the thread down to the eye of the hook. You can break away the stem of the hackle. Come in and fold everything back and work the thread back up tight against your first front hackle. Next, you're going to pink either cock, or in this case this is a hen hackle. Strip that away. Now you're only looking 1 turn of the hen hackle. Same would be if you were using a cock hackle. Just fold back the tip, tie back up over the top, break away the tip, fold everything back, and just take 1 turn. You don't want to put too much pink in, 1's enough. That's plenty there. Follow this around with your thread, much like we did with the first front hackle. Work the thread down to the eye of the hook. Just keep your thread tight. You can break it away. Now guys, if you're not comfortable breaking it away, and you don't have a sense of comfort to break it away, just trim it. And just open everything out. In the front hackle, you're just looking at a natural a French partridge. Oh, go this way, like that there. Now you don't want it all, so the side of the stem, it's going to contact the hook. Just strip it away. Putting it all on, it'll just be too much. With 2 hackles already on the front. Same again, 2 or 3 turns down to the eye of the hook. Fold back the tip. Nice and tight with your thread turns, don't add any slack. Come into the bobbin. Break away the tip. And then 2 turns of this will be not up plenty. Now if you find yourself that you've maybe overshot and you've come too close to the eye, then 1 turn. Just leave both sides of the French partridge on, and then 1 turn will be enough. Now, same again, work on the thread down to the eye of the hook. Come in, fold the stem back, take a turn in front. Fold the stem back nice and tight. Work your thread back up. Just over the top of the stem. Now I'm going to come back down. Come back up again just to build my head up a wee bit. Don't be shy with the head on the fly. Keeping the thread tight. And break away the stem. Still, don't let the tension go out of the thread. Throw a whip finish in. And then come in and trim away your tying thread. Then you can come in and you can open everything up. You can get a wee look at the fly. That's the Alvin pink. Now, first coat on the head for me is always a wee tiny drop of super glue. Just be very careful not to touch your hackle. You'll just ruin your hard work. Any excess that's coming down, just use your double needle, wipe it away. A wee bit of waste wire on the desk just to clean the eye out. And just, that's it. But dead easy to overdress that fly. But that's just, you just have to be disciplined in your turns of your hackle. That's the pink and olive mayfly. And I did say I would show you the other ones in tan, so you reach across and pan out a wee bit. see. So bring this closer to the camera. So that's the other ones there that I started tanning this afternoon. Maybe a bit close to the camera. That's it there. So we're getting there. That'll be the last of the mayflies, and then we're going to move on to a nice sunburst octopus fly that I'm tying. So there you go, guys. These flies are dead easy to tie. Don't be shying away from them. If anything, I would probably start off tying these first if I was new to fly tying again. And the reason why I would do that, in my view, is because it sort of way teaches you and learns the proportion of a fly. And Irish log flies will certainly do that, and they'll test you. They'll test your tying skills. So enough talking. Until the next time, please take care of yourselves and each other. Enjoy your fishing, and happy fly tying, and all being well. I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Thanks. Bye.